We find out what this is used for today on So what, pray tell, is this contraption? Here's a big hint. It goes along with a cheese mold. That's right. This is a cheese press, a homemade cheese press. This is a bamboo cutting board, threaded rods, wing nuts. The important part is the springs. There's actually two there. Small one and a big one. The way this works is the cheese mold goes in down here. This is what's called a follower. The cheese would be, the curds and stuff would be inside this mold, and this would be put on top to help push it down. This is the downward force. The pressure is created by these springs. This is free flow, and these are free flowing too. If I look at it like that, there's nothing holding that in place except the follower. Flowing, the springs create the pressure, and then this is just brought down and held in place to however much pressure you want to put on it by the wing nuts. Typically you do 5 pounds, then 10 pounds, then 40 pounds. 5 pounds for usually 15 minutes, 10 pounds for 30 minutes, and then the 50 or the 40 pounds, I'm sorry, for approximately 8 to 12 hours. My original plan to see where the what you would do is get a piece of paper, or most people use a popsicle stick, hang it down right here, and then the farther down it is, you put 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds on there, and as this gets compressed, that tells you where it's at. Unfortunately, my weight and measurement thing only goes up to 7 pounds. I thought it went up to at least 10, but it only goes up to 7. So and it barely fits in there as it is. So I'm unable to get an accurate reading up above of actually about 15. I was able to, has what's called a tera function. You put some weight on it, zeroed it out, and do it again. So I got it up to 5, zeroed it out, did another 5, zeroed out, got it up to the last 5 for 15 pounds, and went to zeroed out again, and it arrowed out after that. So these springs, there's two, as I said, two sets, are by themselves. Supposedly both of them together, put together, is up to 24 pounds. Then when you get to the little smaller springs down here and start compressing those, that's where it gets up to the 50 pounds. So it's all going to be sort of guessing, but that's what this is what it's for. So what's involved in making this? Online you can buy something like this for anywhere from $200 to $500. There are a few cheaper ones for $75, $80 that you make yourself. This cost me $20. Now, it's not the best built thing in the world. As I said, it's a bamboo bottom. These are just pieces of wood I had left over from the making of the greenhouse, but it works like it should. So as I said, there's you have 2 threaded rods. I actually bought 2 and cut them off myself, when actually I probably could have just bought 1 and cut them in half. Then two pieces of wood with holes big enough for it to move up and down freely. And then I use washers above and below that, and then at the very bottom there too, to help distribute the pressure. And it took probably an hour to build, because I was unable to get into the garage because the main spring, funny because there were springs, the main spring on the garage door broke and we couldn't get it open, so we couldn't get the car out of the way. So this was just made wherever I could make it at, but it should work. And this is my homemade cheese press made for $20. If it turns out as good as I hope it will, I'll end up replacing this piece and this piece with either better wood, like hardwood that's been treated, so the whey and stuff won't make it go bad. My biggest concern is this pulling through on the bottom with the 40 pounds of pressure pulling up on it. I'm afraid that this bamboo is just going to give way and crack in half, because I actually bought this, came as a 2 set, and there was a smaller one. I wanted to use the smaller one as the cheese press and use this as an actual cheese board. But as I was doing stuff, drilling holes and everything to the smaller one, it shattered into about 6 pieces. So I'm afraid that's going to happen with this. So, and then who knows how long these will be able to deal with the pressure of 40 pounds, you know, for hours. They're just basically fence planks that have been cut to the right length. But if it works out, like I said, I'll end up replacing all the parts with the better quality parts and using it for always and forever. But this is my homemade cheese press for making hard cheeses to go along with the hard cheese press, hard cheese mold. I'm got all the stuff together to make some Parmesan or some Romano cheese, actually, and some farmhouse cheddar. Just got to carve out the time in the day, because it takes a while of doing it, and when I do, I'll actually make a video showing how I did it, and then we get to wait at least 30 days on the cheddar, and then 8 to 10 months on the Parmesan or the Romano, just to see if they actually turn themselves into cheese. But so this is my $20 cheese press. If you go online and look them up, I said the cheapest ones you'll find are $75, $80, and then the nicer ones are $200, $300. So before you figure out if you like making cheese or not, I'd spend the 20 bucks and make this. That's it for this edition of The Gadget Gardener. Have a good day.